the car wasn't foggy on the outside, it was foggy on the inside. So I had to basically pull over and sit outside until the sun went down, because whatever plans I had that was important that I had that day, I wasn't able to do. So I had to pull over, I had to wait till the sun went down and then drive the car, because every time I drove it when the sun was out, the car would fog up and I couldn't see. It was like these problems never, like I'm telling you, whatever red flags you would think would be with a car, that car had no red flags. Like, it happened all in one day. Like, one day I was out on the road driving with C. Next thing you know, the windows start fogging up, and I'm trying to pull over to get into the, the lane where I can, pull in somewhere, like if it's a restaurant or a business or somewhere I can pull in so I can see what's wrong with the car. I can't even pull over because the car won't stop. It went from having a old car in great condition to now it's all of a sudden messed up one day, and it just happened randomly on some random day. Like, I'm telling you, I never had any problems with the car ever. And I know that they say with old cars, sometimes you get what you pay for, but I'm telling you, I had gotten a car checked out so many times. I had to spend like the last of my paycheck I just wanted to be on the safe side. No mechanic out of all the places. I went downtown Houston. I went right down the street from where I lived. I went to wherever you could possibly think of, Po' Boys, anywhere. I went to make sure that car was in great condition, because I didn't want any accidents, nothing happening on my end. The car just would not stop, and I didn't have enough money to buy another one. I was really, really struggling financially, and I tried to see what I could do, if I can get it fixed, if I can possibly set some money aside to get another one. I mean, I really tried everything that I could do, but all I had was that car. And then C kept telling me how she had family members that would fix it up, and nothing would ever get done. I kept pressing her. I was like, hey, you still got those family members? You and I are both depending on this car. I mean, we need to get around. Can you tell me what's going on with your family members? And she was stonewalling me too. And I just, I didn't have any other choice but to drive that car. I didn't have anyone to help me. Excuse me. And I didn't have any money to buy another one. And the only thing that I had was just enough money for whatever her family members were going to charge to fix the car. I barely had enough for that. And I don't know if it was her family members that were just, busy, or if she just was whatever, playing games. I don't know. But yeah, that the car never got fixed, and it ended up getting in, and then I ended up getting into a car accident. It was a really bad car accident, and it messed my leg up. It messed my knee up real bad, and I never got to play sports anymore. I used to play sports all the time. I used to dance. I'm an artist, and me getting into that car accident really, I was never able to play sports again. And whatever physical manual labor jobs that I used to be able to be qualified to do, I couldn't do them anymore. It was like basically I was unfit for work, because that car accident really messed my knee up really bad, and I didn't have medical insurance at the time to afford the bills. And anytime I went to the hospital, I was in debt because I couldn't afford my medical bills. I wasn't able to walk the same ever again. Every time I bend my knees, I could barely get back up, and my knees would always pop and crack, because ever since that car accident, and things were never the same. I used to love tennis. When I would play tennis, when I would play basketball, it really helped me stay out of trouble, because of the neighborhoods that I grew up in at the time. And when I got into that car accident, nothing was ever the same. I wasn't able to walk the same. I walk with a permanent limp now because of that car accident. Um, so it got to the point where when I got into that car accident, the car was completely totaled, and I was never able to get it back. And I had to pay the ticket. Um, there was a car coming, and the car was speeding. The light hadn't even turned green yet, and they were speeding down the road, and I was trying to stop the car. I mean,